You've now entered the chat.
We're live and in
Live.
stereo.
Oh my god.
Isn't that like a quote from 13 Reasons Why? Why? Live and in stereo or something like that.
Isn't it in studio?
No, it's in stereo, I thought, because she's talking in the stereo. Because she has
Oh my
cassette
god.
tapes.
These are just her my gulp. Oh yeah.
I didn't hear your gulp, so you're good.
Oh thank god.
I'm going to open this up.
Open this up.
Oh my god. How you been, Brandon?
You know, it's been a minute and I feel like it's been a struggle for me to like get back in routine because I've just been gone for so long.
Right.
But like it just feels good to be back. Oh my god, that pop.
By the way, this is Winking Owl. Winking Owl from
Oh, we
Aldi.
love. So Faith and I
Yes,
are
how was
trying.
Florida?
Oh yes, Florida was so good. Um, it was so fun. It was so warm and hot, and I didn't feel like I was freezing my ass off, which was nice.
That's always a good time.
Yeah, and I don't know. It felt good.
Good. I'm glad.
Yeah, it was good.
You definitely look tanner.
Do I?
Yeah. You
Okay,
always
yeah,
support that
look for
beautiful
it.
glow.
Oh my
I
god,
can't take
thank
that
you.
off.
I no, we'll get into my trip with Florida. But yeah, I just like how are you, Faith? How are you?
I am splendid. I just got some news that I will be switching jobs here pretty soon. I'm so sorry. I keep on looking this way when I should be really looking this way.
It's
And I'm
okay.
really
You can look
sorry.
at me too. I'm looking.
Well, I don't
back
want
and
them to be
forth
like,
from the
what the hell?
camera.
Is she looking at like a prompt? Like, is she reading lines off?
So you guys, we are trying like a whole new setup for the podcast. Like, you're seeing me here, but like what you would see on the screen is like
Yeah.
just a mess. I don't know. Faith and I,
We're getting a better feel of things.
yeah, we're just trying to make it so like the visual listeners, like they have more of a pleasant experience because like sometimes I'm glitchy, sometimes Faith is glitchy, and like we are really just trying to avoid that.
All the time.
So right now, yeah, so like I'm uh recording on my phone, Faith is recording on her phone. And so we'll hopefully be able to like match up the audio with the video and edit from there, and you guys will
Hoping.
have like more of a cleaner, yeah, hopefully like having a more cleaner look
Yes.
to the podcast. And I think it'll be peace of mind for Faith.
Yes, because I'm the one who stresses about it the most.
I know. Yeah, so like I don't know. I think it'll work out. I think it'll be fine.
Yeah. Only way to figure it out is when we try, broaden our spectrum,
Try.
you know?
Yeah.
So, what should we talk about first, Brandon?
Let's talk about me.
Our favorite subject?
Favorite subject? Me. No, so I just got back from Florida. Blaine and I were down there for a week. We had this like huge car show, and I like that were originally in. Blaine was so upset. Like we were in the car show. It's in Celebration, Florida. It's like this huge car show where
Wait,
everybody.
yeah. I went to it.
Yeah,
I went to it with you once. Yeah. That was a
yeah.
couple
2 years ago,
ago.
you went. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and so we went to the
Yeah.
same car show. Blaine was going to put his car in the
Gotcha.
show, and
Okay.
so he like submitted it and everything, whatever was approved. And then a
Oh,
few
okay.
days before the car show, we got an email saying that there was too many models of his car. So it was like a first come, first serve. and they were started chopping off the cars from the show, and Bladen's car was one of them.
That
Yeah.
is a terrible, terrible coinkydink right there. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I was really, really unfortunate. Blaine was really upset.
I bet. Was it the Corvette that he was going to put in?
Yeah.
Aw, he's so proud and he just loves
I
that car.
know. We
That's a
invested
hot
so much
rod right there,
money.
y'all.
Yeah, we invested so much money
know.
into like the show, and like we bought the plane tickets, bought the hotel room, like made sure everything was there, and then
Oh,
like yeah, it sucked. It
yeah.
really, really sucked. But my parents were down there, and that was fun to see them.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they took a few days off of their resort to stay with us, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so that was
Okay.
good to see them. And we met with their friends Stacy and Tracy, um, and yeah, I know it's so funny. I was like calling the wrong one by the wrong name the whole
Yeah.
time.
Well, it's
Um,
like Brittany and Tiffany from White Chicks. Brittany. Oh my God,
right.
Tiffany. But you were thinking it.
Oh my God, I'm gonna have to like send them that part.
Oh my gosh, she's gonna have a
So
BF. What? No, please don't
I have
have a
BF.
BF. She's gonna have a bitch fit. I
I woke up
aspire
from
to
the
be
operating
them.
table looking like frickin' Shrek. Oh Lord.
Oh my God, that movie, it needs more hype. It would definitely not survive
It's
in
so
today's
good.
culture.
Oh, not at all.
It
Not at all.
absolute slander if it would have gotten. Yeah.
Slander. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Did you see the
What?
Barbie trailer?
Yes. A lot of
It
people
looks
are
so good.
obsessed with her feet. Like I saw a thing saying like I'm strictly only gonna get like I'm sold by her feet. Like that's the main reason why I'm buying a ticket to the Barbie movie. And I'm like, y'all are fucking freaks. Stop it. You're making
Well, that
Margot
one,
Robbie
it's
really
not.
uncomfy.
Oh my God, I try to forget. I was trying to remember her name, and
Margot
last
Robbie,
night,
yeah.
and I kept. It's a Margaret Robbie.
Yes, but she doesn't pronounce the T. It's Margot. She gets
So I was
really,
right.
really offended if you say Margaret.
Okay,
No,
so I
but seriously, it's
was right
Margot. Yeah, Margot
because I was
Robbie. The
like,
T is silent.
yeah, I was like, oh, I'm just gonna
Hmm.
like, I was like talking to Leah about it, and Leah was like, it's Margaret, and I
Oh,
was like,
Leah,
oh,
you're so cute.
I know, I was like, oh, okay, well, I guess I've been saying it wrong the whole time because I was like, it's
Right,
Margot
like I believe you. I get
Robbie,
it.
Margaret, and they're like Margaret Robbie, and I'm like, is it
No,
Margaret? I don't know. The name just
no, it's.
seems so old for
I know because
her.
she's had so many interviews. Like right when she started like becoming really famous, I think it was like when she was in The Wolf of Wall Street with Leonardo.
Yeah.
They're like, so how come if you say your name's Margot, why is it like spelled like Margaret? She's like, because my mom wanted to torture me. So she's like, no, it's strictly just Margot, and she has like that Australian accent. So she's like, it's Margot. It's either Australian or New
Cool.
Zealand, but they're like practically the same. Yeah.
Right. Oh
And
my
her
God.
husband is it's so funny. She said that her husband was an extra on Harry Potter, so they're super big like Potterheads. Love Harry Potter. And
Cool.
and I think the interviewer, I didn't know which talk show she was on, but they're like, "Oh, well, who is he? Could we point him out?" She's like, "Absolutely not. No, it's a blank." It took me a while to find him myself, and I'm like, "Oh,
Oh
okay."
my
But
God, that's
still,
so funny.
he had the privilege to be on that set.
So real. Yeah, I saw the trailer this week. It was like this week they released it, right?
Oh yeah.
And
I mean,
that
it's been out a
scene,
couple. Well, I don't know. They've had teasers, but I don't know about the full trailer. So yeah, you're probably right.
yeah, yeah, the full trailer came out, and like the tease, like the tease of the no, the scene of her walking out of her shoes and then stepping like a doll. It was like iconic. Like I was like genius. It
That's
was so
probably why
good.
people are so obsessed with her feet. Yeah.
They look, I mean,
But she's not a real Barbie unless she has teeth marks on her feet and hands. So
so real. If they have a Barbie like that, They have like the Barbie
Yeah.
with like the chopped up hair. Yeah.
Really? Oh my God.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's so funny.
that's a true iconic Barbie right there. Not one with dresses and
So
frills and
real.
highlights. You gotta have that
Yeah.
gnawed off arm and feet. Absolutely.
Literally.
But you had Brat dolls, and I was so jealous because I only had Barbies. The only time I ever actually got to like play with Brat dolls was when my mom was when we moved in with her boyfriend and his kids, and they had like buckets and buckets full of Brat dolls and accessories. And I'm like, oh, this is such a dream.
Do you want to hear a story about a Bratz doll of mine?
I absolutely do. Yes,
Okay, so it's kind of embarrassing.
we love those
And
stories.
it's like one of those stories where you think
can't.
about it over and over again.
Yep, cringe. I get it.
So I was obsessed with Bratz dolls. I mean,
Oh my God.
obsessed.
Yeah.
And I remember when Yasmin came out. And
She's
you remember
my
those?
favorite.
Remember those commercials like that we would see on Nickelodeon, and like they would like have like introducing Yasmin, and like she would look so cool.
Yeah.
So
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh my God, Mom, I want Yasmin. Mom. And my mom was like cool with like getting me brats and stuff,
Yeah.
right? Like she was a cool mom.
Yeah, right.
But she was like, Brandon, you have enough. Like you don't need any more. And I was like, Mom, no, like I need it, blah, blah, blah. And so whatever, a few days go by, and it's the end of the school. And this is when I was going to that Lutheran school, right?
Right. Okay.
Yeah, and so I had to be on the DL about this. And
That means down low. Yeah.
yeah, and so I went up to okay, so I had this friend. I had two friends, okay?
Oh God. Okay.
And you know one of them.
Oh, is it JB?
I might
Oh, okay.
bleep out their names. So it was this
Okay.
girl's name was Brianna. And then
Okay.
yeah, the other girl's name was Brianna, and then the other girl's name was Callie.
Wait.
Okay.
Like Callie?
Yeah, Callie. Okay.
Oh. Oh, she went to that school? Or were you
Yeah.
just friends outside of school? Oh, I thought she went to Party Roll
No,
this whole
she
time.
went to that school. She had transferred
Oh,
when she was
okay.
in first grade.
Oh, so this is
was
before
like
then, because I definitely.
young. Yeah.
God,
This is like
I was picturing this in like
This is
third
definitely
grade.
first grade.
Oh, okay.
No, this is definitely first grade. And
Okay, everything's making sense. Okay.
yeah, and so I am such a manipulator. Callie
Me?
was sick on her birthday. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
And Brianna brought a gift for Callie for her birthday. And I was like,
Okay.
oh my God, that looks like a Bratz doll box in that gift wrap.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, Brianna, what did you get Callie? And she was like,
God.
oh, I got Callie the new Yasmin Brat doll. And I'm like, oh my God, no way. And she's like, yeah. And I manipulated her into
Oh my
giving
God.
me the gift.
You know what? That's not embarrassing. That's fucking talent. And I'm so proud of you.
I don't know how I did it, but I convinced her that like I deserved the gift more.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because I was there, and then I don't know how I did it, but like somehow I convinced her to give me the Bratz doll, and she got me.
Yeah.
She gave me it, and I never heard anything about it.
You're a hero. You're
I
a
am
goddamn
not.
hero.
Don't do that. Like I just like don't do
Listen.
that. That's not good.
That's amazing, honestly. Do you think so and so ever found out?
I have no idea. Maybe I'll just keep her name in here. So maybe this is like me confessing to stealing her birthday present.
You know what? And if she claps back, we'll make an episode of giving back a Yasmin doll to her. Like, here.
Oh my God, yeah.
I hope
I'll drive
20
to her
years
house
isn't
and
too
I'll buy
late.
I'll buy her like all of them.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's so funny. You know what reminds me of like something kind of like that? I didn't get what I want, obviously, because I'm not that good like you. But so we were doing a Secret Santa gift exchange thing, and it was third grade, and I had this one girl. I'll say her name, but we can bleep it out.
Yeah.
So she was the person I had to give a gift to, and my mom knew that she came from a home that wasn't very wasn't very like as fortunate as others.
Right.
So she wanted to get her like a pretty good gift. We were at Walmart, and she picked out this amazing and freaking beautiful My Little Pony, like one of like the souvenir like iconic ones that they obviously don't make anymore because we're fucking old. But right. I've never owned a My Little Pony in my freaking life. And mom knew that. My mom knew that. Okay. And I told her, I'm like, no, mom. Like, can I have that? Can we get her something else? Like, what about like, that like race car cheap thing over there? Why can't I have the pony? And my mom was like fighting me tooth and nail. She was just like, absolutely not. Like, Faith, like, think of like someone other than yourself. And I'm like, that's kind of hard because I want that freaking pony. I've never had one. I want one. And so obviously my mom got her way. So she wrapped it because my wrapping skills are still the same to this day. Really shitty. And the day of the exchange came, and I gave her gift, and I'm like, you know what? This bitch better get me something fucking good if she's getting this freaking My Little Pony. And so we do the exchange, and she opens hers first, and she's like, oh my God, thank you so much, Faith. And then she like looked really, really depressed because she was ready for me to open my gift, and I already knew. I'm like, oh my freaking God, here we go. I open it up. It's a freaking pencil pouch. And I know I should be grateful. I get it. I feel terrible about this to this day. But yes, I rolled my eyes, and I deep down was thinking, this is a piece of crap. I don't want this. I will probably put this in my grandparents' garage sale come this spring. But
right.
I still think about that My Little Pony, and I'm still jealous that she got it.
Stop. But did you use the pencil pouch?
Absolutely not.
Do you
Final
even
answer.
own a pencil pouch?
Like the scene from That's So Raven. Do you even own a lunchbox?
Own a lunchbox. So good.
For all you haters out there, I really do feel bad though.
Yeah.
But I still want the My Little Pony.
I mean,
when I was working at the daycare, I saw all these like really crappy like My Little Ponies that were obviously beat up and gone through their time of nasty, germy hands all over them, and they weren't taken care of properly, like how I would have taken care of My Little Pony.
So real.
They were the ones that had the stamps under the hoof. Hoof.
Oh.
I don't know.
Hoof.
So that's when you knew like that was the real deal. But now they don't even make them anymore. They look totally different now.
Wow. Did you have
I'm
Polly
25
Pockets?
and I'm still talking about My Little Ponies.
It's okay.
And
did you have Polly Pockets?
Yes, I did have Polly Pockets. I only had like a couple though. They were like a gift from Christmas from like relatives who
didn't
know what a girl would want. I wasn't the kid, but a lot of my friends who had Polly Pockets would just chew on all their dresses like gum. And I'm like, that's interesting. I'd be worried I'd be choking on it.
So real. That's me. I would have choked.
Yeah.
I had a friend who lived across down the street from me. And Alex and I would play with this friend all the time, and he had older. Actually,
I know. Hey, he's a hottie now. That giggle.
Oh Lord!
Can you do that giggle again? Can we have a playback? I freaking love that. Please do that playback on the pod.
Okay, well, I
We have
will.
to make that a sound, like
Oh,
hit a button, and that's the giggle.
oh, fuck.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
so we would play with his older sisters. These people had like everything. They had all these Polly Pockets. They had like all Polly Pocket like houses, and
Oh
like if you went
damn.
down to their basement, their whole basement was like one whole wall was one large whiteboard and a ton of like expo markers
Like
and then like
magnets and
around the
stuff.
corner, yeah, and then like around the corner there was a whole like costume area where you like they had like all these different like costumes and wigs and hats. It was like magical.
Huh. Wow.
Yeah, I know.
The ultimate playroom.
It really was.
Damn.
Like that was
It had
like
its own
awesome.
floor.
It really did. Do you want to hear the story of how Alex and I met?
Absolutely.
Okay, so Alex and I were, God, we had to have been like 6 or 7. And Alex
Mm-hmm.
lived right next to me, like right down the hill. And she used to have this trampoline, and this was in the summer. And Alex and I were jumping on the oh my God. Alex and I were jumping on the trampoline, and
Mm-hmm.
this kid kept riding his bike by the road. Like, okay, so the road's here. People who are like watching us, the road's here, and like her trampoline's right there. So it's like right next to the road. And this
Right.
kid kept riding up and down the road, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
oh my God. I was like, Alex, who is that? And she goes, I don't know. And I'm like, well, maybe we should ask
I don't
him to
know.
like come jump on the trampoline. And she's like, yeah, sure. So she starts screaming at him, right? Like,
Same.
so so she just like screams at him. And it's so funny. And so she's like, hey, do you want to come play with like jump on the trampoline, like come play with us? And he like ignored us. Like he stopped, looked at us, and then ignored us and kept going. And then he came
Oh
back.
my god.
And then we both screamed together, like, hey, like come jump on the trampoline. And he's like, okay, let me ask my mom. And then he went back, asked his mom, and then came right on that. And he gets in the trampoline, and we're like, hey, what's your name? He goes, cool. I'm Brandon. This is Alex.
Oh,
And that's like, we all became the Three
the Three
Musketeers for like a good,
Musketeers.
like, yeah, for a good, like 2 or 3 years.
Damn. Do you think he
Yeah.
ever thinks about
Yeah,
you and Alex from time to time?
for sure. And he's like a really big religious person. Well, I don't know about him, but like his family was super religious. So
Yeah.
they were probably like, do not hang around the gay kid.
And he's like, fuck y'all. I have a crush on that gay
Fuck,
kid.
yeah, I doubt it. No, no. But like, I don't know. We were like
One
really,
can
really
only
good
hope.
friends. And I remember his mom used to hold like God, what are they called? It's like when
Like book
it was
clubs?
it's like a church group outside a church.
Oh, like Bible reading stuff? Bible
Yes.
study shit?
Yeah, Bible study. Thank you. And I would
Mm.
just go because it was like time with Taylor and like time with Alex.
Mm.
And Alex only went once, I think, only once or twice, I think. And I went like
Damn.
2 or 3
Dedicated.
times. Yeah, and like because you would always get a snack afterwards.
Oh,
And
hell yeah. That's the moneymaker right there.
yeah, and that's like right to my heart, you know, like that snack, man. And I remember one time it was like the second week, and she was like, "Did you memorize your Bible verse?" And I was like, "Did I memorize what?" And she was like, "This is his mom," and his mom was like, "Yeah, to get the treat, you have to say the Bible verse." And I'm
That's
like,
fucking low. That's so
"Yes,
rude.
thank you." And I'm not. I didn't do that though. And she was like,
Um,
okay, well, next week, make sure you get the Bible verse, and so you can get the snack. And I'm like, okay, well, can I have the snack now? And then
right.
she was like, and she goes, yeah, this time. And so the next week happened, and I did not learn the Bible verse. And she did not give me that snack, man.
She
That
held
was
her
the
word.
last time. That's the last time I went. Like,
That's the
if I
last
can't get
straw.
your
We're
snack,
done.
yeah, if I can't get your snack, you can't have me.
Exactly.
And that was a joy to be in that class, you know?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was great.
God. So I had like not really Bible study, but it was called catechism, youth group,
Hmm.
whatever the shit. And I had to go because my family made sure my brother and I stayed in the practice.
Yeah,
And we didn't get no freaking snacks.
unreal.
So rude. But yeah, we'd have to like recite prayers and talk about God, and but then I'm like the class clown. Like I have it. Like it's in my blood. I have to. So I'm always like
Right,
making funny remarks or doing something goofing off, and
right.
thank goodness we live in a time where beating children isn't allowed anymore, because I definitely, if I had nuns in that class, I would have gotten a ruler to the face multiple times.
I remember going to catechism. Or yeah, is it like when you want to get what is it called?
Ohana?
No,
Owana. There's something like
oh,
that called.
Hana. Yeah, there is that. There's that. Alex used to go to that, and I had no idea what the fuck he was
Yeah,
talking about.
Owana. I think it was might be a
Owana.
Owana.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not like Moana, but without the O or without the
Right.
M. So Owana.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Um, I don't know. It was called. I think it was catechism, and when you have to like take the classes to get confirmed. Um,
Yeah, that's what I had
and
to do.
I remember, so I started going again in probably like middle school, like seventh grade for sure, and or sixth or seventh grade, yeah. And Caitlin Pertell was in it, and every time like we would go to Quid Trip before catechism was like every Wednesday
Hell
night,
yeah.
and I would come in my big gulp and my gummy worms, my Slim Jims,
You had your
and
big buddy.
yeah, for real, that's what it was. Yeah, and I had my Fritos twist, and it was so good. I would sit there, I would snack. Like that'd be my dinner. Like, and she would have her like sour gummies. She would have her chips. Like she would have her Arizona tea. Like it was like we were living good. And we would always
That's how
sit
I
in the
felt about
back.
play practice.
Oh my God, so real.
Oh yeah.
But
Quick
Caitlin and
Trip
I
didn't
would
know what
just
hit him.
True. Caitlin had no idea. Like Caitlin and I like barely paid attention the entire time. We would
Oh
gossip
yeah.
about the hills because we were both
Oh
watching
my
the
god.
hills,
Yeah.
and we were watching like Laguna Beach and stuff, and we would like dish about that, and like it was so good.
Oh my god.
Yeah, play
Man.
practice, man. What a time.
Yep. I would always, yeah, I would get like those TGI Friday, like bacon ranch potato skin thing chips, and a brisk iced tea.
Yeah. I would always get like a
Delicious.
diet, or I was like in high school. I was obsessed with Mountain Dew, so I would always like get a Mountain Dew. Definitely Slim Jim was like always the go-to. Maybe a little Snickers here and there.
Yeah, feeling a little sweet.
A little sweet too. Yeah, it was like God, what a time.
Honestly.